You ever have one of those moments where the universe just reaches down and slaps you with the kind of unbelievable, life-altering luck that makes you question if you're still awake? Mine came 3 weeks ago, not while winning the lottery, but while sitting in the dullest, most sterile corporate law office, signing the papers that made me officially divorced. My ex-wife, Sarah, had dragged me through the mud for 8 miserable months. She got the house, she got the luxury SUV, she got a hefty alimony payout that crippled my already meager savings, and she made sure to let me know, right as I was signing the final document. ***, you're pathetic, Mark, always will be. You'll spend the rest of your life scraping by while I actually enjoy the money I earned. ***. Her words, delivered with that venomous, victorious smirk, were the final blow to my dignity. I walked out of that office feeling worthless, stripped down to nothing. Then, about an hour later, I got a call from an unknown number. It was a private wealth manager from a bank I'd never heard of, requesting an *** immediate, highly confidential meeting, ***. Regarding a dormant inheritance. I thought it was a scam, but I went anyway. And when that manager slid a paper across the table, showing my name next to the number $47 0 0 0 0 0 0 the world stopped. Tell me if the person who humiliated you the most suddenly realized you were now worth 50 times more than their entire net worth. Would you fight the urge to parade your success, or would you let the universe deliver the final, brutal punchline? To properly understand the depth of this irony, you need to know the decade I spent with Sarah. We met in college. I was a quiet, earnest engineering student from a solidly middle-class family. She was ambitious, driven, and obsessed with appearances. Sarah came from money, and while she often paid for our dates in the early days, she never let me forget it. Our relationship wasn't built on love, but on my potential ***. She saw me as a smart guy who would eventually climb the corporate ladder and deliver the affluent lifestyle she felt entitled to. I worked hard, pulling 60-hour weeks at a mid-level engineering firm. We had a nice but modest home. The problem was, I was satisfied. Sarah wasn't. For 10 years, I listened to her complaints. My car wasn't nice enough, my suits weren't Italian enough, and my refusal to network at her parents' pretentious country club events meant I was holding her back. Everything in my life, according to Sarah, was mid-tier ***. The constant belittling wore me down, destroying my confidence. I stayed because I loved the idea of a stable life, but the stability was toxic. The breaking point came 2 years ago. I wanted to start my own specialized engineering consulting firm. A risk, but something that would finally give me freedom and passion. Sarah was furious. She didn't want risk. She wanted guaranteed escalation. She called the idea ***, financially irresponsible ***, and ***, pathetic ***. The same word she would later use to describe me after the divorce. That argument, which ended with her throwing my blueprints in the trash, revealed the true ***, transactional nature ***, of our marriage. I filed for divorce 6 months later, exhausted and spiritually defeated. The divorce itself was a strategic ambush. Sarah hired a brutal lawyer who painted me as emotionally stunted and financially incompetent. Since I had tried to liquidate some savings to start the consulting firm, she argued that I was a fiscal risk, and she deserved the lion's share of our marital assets to maintain her *** standard of living ***. I was too tired to fight effectively. I just wanted it over, so I conceded the house, the car, and the huge alimony checks. The final signature on those papers felt less like a legal necessity and more like a permanent, public stamp of failure. Sarah's last words to me, "You're pathetic, Mark," always will be, replayed in my head as I drove away from that lawyer's office, heading straight toward the only thing I had left, a small, rented apartment above a garage. The call from Montague Global Wealth Management was completely out of the blue. I thought it was a cold call, a sophisticated scam, but the caller, a man named Mr. Harrington, was persistent and used my full name and my date of birth. He said the matter was related to my maternal grandmother, who had passed away decades ago. My grandmother, Lillian had died when my mother was very young. My mother rarely spoke of her, only mentioning that she came from a distant, somewhat eccentric family, and that there was absolutely no money involved. My mother had long since passed, and I was her only living heir. I agreed to meet Mr. Harrington at the bank's downtown headquarters, mostly out of morbid curiosity. The office was unlike anything I had ever seen, hushed, marble, and impossibly expensive. Mr. Harrington, impeccably dressed, greeted me with deference that felt alien after months of being treated like dirt. He explained the situation with careful, deliberate words. My grandmother, Lillian, was the youngest daughter of the founder of a regional technology patent holding company a company that existed decades before the internet boom but held the fundamental patents for early data compression and wireless signaling. When Lillian married, she eloped against her family's wishes, leading to a complete, official estrangement. The family fortune was massive, but due to a series of complicated corporate structures and trusts, Lillian was officially excluded from the main estate. However, Lillian's father, my great-grandfather, had established a completely separate, silent, irrevocable trust for his youngest child and her descendants, structured to avoid the main family control. It was designed to remain dormant for 3 generations accumulating interest and assets, before being legally released to the first living descendant to reach the age of 35 I was 35 years old as of last month. Mr. Harrington slid the documents across the table. They weren't deeds or stock certificates. They were the annual reports of the trust. He pointed to the final asset value line, neatly highlighted in yellow, $47 381 0 My hands started to shake. I stared at the number, then at Mr. Harrington, then back at the number, $47 million. I went from being pathetic and bankrupt 3 hours ago to being a multi-millionaire, entirely due to an eccentric ancestor and a legal loophole that had waited exactly 35 years for me. The irony was a physical sensation, a sharp, dizzying vertigo. The wealth manager detailed the assets, mostly liquid investments, municipal bonds, and, most importantly, a *10% stake in the original patent holding company, which, thanks to the continued relevance of those core patents, was still generating substantial, quiet income. Suddenly, every single insult, every financial anxiety, every snide comment Sarah had ever made about my mid-tier existence felt ridiculously small. I sat there, trying to absorb the fact that I was now wealthy enough to buy and sell the entirety of my ex-wife's family and their standard of living many times over. The first thing I did was ask Mr. Harrington for discretion, total, absolute discretion. I told him that for the time being, I did not want this information public. I wanted to handle my affairs quietly and strategically. I chose the quiet, surgical approach, because the deepest revenge is the one they never see coming until it's too late. I knew any immediate display of wealth, a new Ferrari, a mansion, would instantly clue Sarah in. She would suspect a lottery win or a surprise inheritance and immediately call her shark lawyer to challenge the divorce settlement, claiming fraudulent concealment of assets, even though the trust was legally dormant until after the divorce was final. I couldn't risk the legal entanglement. The fun of the revenge was the reveal, not the lawsuit. I spent the next 2 weeks meeting with Mr. Harrington and setting up my new financial structure. The trust was fully liquidated, giving me control of the cash. I retained the patent company stake, which I knew Sarah's financial circle would eventually recognize. I used a small percentage of the cash to buy a nondescript, fully paid for condo, moving out of the rented garage apartment without fanfare. The consulting firm idea was back on the table, now fully financed and ready to launch without any risk. So that's the situation I was in. I was officially divorced and financially ruined by Sarah, yet secretly sitting on a $47 million fortune handed down from a grandmother I never knew. I had the power to instantly reclaim my entire life, pay off the debilitating alimony, buy the nicest house in the city, and publicly shove my success in Sarah's face. But I had promised myself I wouldn't be petty, even though the thought of her face collapsing with realization was incredibly tempting. I had the choice: immediate, loud revenge or quiet, strategic triumph. Before I tell you the ingenious and slightly terrifying way I used this fortune to deliver the final, brutal punchline that Sarah never saw coming, I want you to pause and comment below what you would have done in my shoes. Would you have gone for the subtle, quiet victory and just built your new life? Or would you have used your newfound wealth to openly crush your ex-wife for all the humiliation? Seriously, let me know what choice you would have made right there, knowing you had the money but risked everything for revenge. The true revenge opportunity arose when I heard through a mutual, pitying acquaintance that Sarah was struggling to manage the assets she'd demanded. She had taken out a massive bridge loan to pay off the mortgage on the house she won and hence the purchase of a new, even more expensive SUV, believing my generous alimony payments would cover her interest and inflated lifestyle. She was leveraged to the hilt living paycheck to alimony check, confident I had nothing left. The acquaintance mentioned that Sarah's biggest weakness was the commercial property she had inherited from her father, a small but high-profile downtown office building that was suffering from high vacancy and required immediate, costly renovation to stay competitive. It was the centerpiece of her father's legacy and Sarah had always bragged about its value. This was my target. I instructed Mr. Harrington to set up an anonymous LLC, Eternity Holdings managed by a third-party firm in Delaware. Eternity Holdings began making discreet, aggressive moves. First, the LLC quietly bought the secured bridge loan Sarah had taken out against her house, the exact loan she needed to maintain her extravagant lifestyle. Sarah never knew who held the note. Second, Eternity Holdings began buying up the senior commercial debt tied to the high-profile downtown office building. The building was deeply underwater due to her mismanagement and the high renovation costs she was avoiding. Within 4 weeks, my LLC controlled Sarah's house debt and was the largest secured creditor on her precious legacy building. She was completely boxed in, relying entirely on my meager alimony payments just to service the debt I now quietly owned. The climax arrived not in a screaming match, but in a series of very polite, very confusing legal letters delivered to Sarah and her shark lawyer. The first letter, from the holder of her house loan Eternity Holdings, announced that due to minor technical defaults, which I engineered by slightly delaying one alimony payment and immediately correcting it, the loan was being called **. The house, the trophy she demanded, was now in foreclosure **, and the buyer was my anonymous LLC. The second letter, sent concurrently, informed her that the main creditor of her downtown office building was demanding immediate, full repayment of the overdue commercial loan, citing covenants she had already broken. The new controlling creditor, Eternity Holdings. Her entire financial world, the security, the status, the legacy she fought so hard for, was about to evaporate, and she had no idea why. I waited one more week. I let the panic set in. I let her lawyer frantically try to call my non-existent legal team. Then, I scheduled a final, mandatory legal discussion, at the same sterile office where she had called me pathetic. I sat in the same chair, wearing the same modest, slightly worn suit I wore that day. Sarah walked in, looking frazzled, furious, and terrified. She demanded to know who Eternity Holdings was. "This is a targeted attack, Mark. Your alimony payments stop immediately. We'll find out who this corporate bully is." Her lawyer just looked defeated. Corporate debt is unforgiving. I let her rant for about 5 minutes, watching the panic flicker in her eyes. Then, I reached into my worn leather messenger bag, the same bag she used to mock, and placed 2 items on the desk. First, the letter from Montague Global Wealth Management, listing the trust's final release value, $47 381 0 0 ***. Second, a single, crisp business card that read, Mark, Principal, Eternity Holdings. She didn't read it out loud. She just looked at the $47 million figure, then at the card, then back at me. Her face, usually so composed and hostile, became a mask of pure, devastating realization. The blood drained so completely, I thought she might faint. Her lawyer snatched the bank statement and looked at the date released after the divorce was finalized. Legally, the money was untouchable. You were sitting on this. She whispered, the venom replaced by desperate, gut-wrenching awe. All this time, you were a millionaire, a multi-millionaire. No, Sarah, I said, my voice calm and steady. I was a multi-millionaire 3 hours before you called me pathetic. And now, I own your house, I own your debt, and your father's legacy building will soon be mine for pennies. You wanted to enjoy the money you earned. Enjoy the consequences of underestimating the man you called pathetic. I explained that she had one option. I would take the house and the commercial building, the assets I had already paid for through my LLC, in exchange for wiping out all her remaining debt and legally ending the alimony obligation freeing me completely. She was left with a modest cash settlement and the realization that she had divorced a $47 million lottery ticket 3 weeks before the ticket was activated, and then I had used that money to dismantle her entire life. The aftermath was silent, legal, and swift. Sarah was forced to accept the terms. She lost the house, the car, and the office building, everything she had used as leverage to hurt me. She was financially stable, but lost her status and her assets. My divorce was finalized, My new life was fully funded, and the man she called pathetic was now her former landlord and creditor. I renamed the downtown office building the ** Lillian Center **, a tribute to the grandmother whose quiet foresight saved my life and delivered the sweetest revenge possible. I launched my consulting firm, bought a penthouse apartment with a view of the Lillian Center, and started dating a smart, kind woman who appreciates me for my ambition, not my bank account. Sarah eventually moved across the country, unable to face the reality that her own greed and condescension had cost her everything. The irony is, I ended up paying her zero alimony, and she ended up paying me back the debt on the house she won. I didn't become a bad person. I simply became a ** realist **, just like the man who established the trust, who knew that the true power lies not in being loud, but in having the ultimate, quiet leverage. I look back at the divorce papers now, and the Montague Global Statement. I wouldn't trade that moment of realization for anything. Not for the $47 million, but for the profound sense of justice and ** dignity restored **. I was never pathetic. I was just waiting for my inheritance to mature. Like this video if you think Sarah got the exact dose of karma she deserved. Subscribe for more stories about financial reversals and the ultimate revenge. And please, share your final thoughts on this whole messy situation in the comments section below. Do you think my revenge was too cruel, or was it the only way to truly reclaim my life? I'll see you all in the next story.